Hi, Sir Jared. I decided to record this video demonstrating what I've accomplished so far within this full month of development. Your account will be the super admin. Let's try logging in. Okay. Your account will be the super admin and will be the one creating the orthodontist accounts who decided to sign up to the service. As you can see on this table, uh, we've already created a few test accounts, including a orthodontist account. We'll be creating treatment coordinators and staff accounts. The payment accounts, on the other hand, will be created by the staff via the patient intake form. Logging in as an orthodontist is a different set of links where they can create appointments, billings, user accounts, payment plans, and clinic locations. The orthodontists start by creating payment plans, starting with the pricing name, the discount rate for outright full payments, the minimum total fee to qualify for installment plan, the maximum installment duration in months, the minimum down payment required to avail of installment discounts, and the discount rate related to this. Clinic locations are locations where the orthodontist practice his profession. Most of the time, they only have one. A few have more. Each location have their own addresses and contact information, and the default pricing plan applied to billings for patients on that particular location. The staff is in charge of creating patient information and appointments via the patient intake and the appointments form. The patient intake form is where the new patient records are recorded, starting with the clinic location, and their profile. So they only need to do this once for each patient. And if the patient information already exists in the database, the patient intake form will automatically be propagated. As in the case of patient one, we're using email address as a global identifier because they are unique, as opposed to a person's name where there can be a duplicate, and it makes identifying the patient, the actual patient's record, quite ambiguous. Um, this also includes the insurance information, yeah, insurance information, as well as the schedule for the patient's initial appointment. As you have noticed, we've created an appointment in addition to the inside the patient intake form. So if we switch to the appointment form, we should be able to see an appointment created for that particular patient. Again, if they want to create an additional appointment, they just need to input in the email address of an existing patient, example patient2 email.com. So there she is. Patient information was found. Let's use patient one again because it has patient one because it has some more complete information in it. So patient one, contact information, the insurance company, policyholder, employer, and insurance, and we can create a new appointment for this time, it's December 1 at 9 p.m. Procedure, root canal, save appointment. So there it is. Another appointment for patient 1 on December 1, 2019 at 9 a.m. Now that we have an appointment, we'll be discussing about the kiosk mode. Kiosk mode is the view where we can see a list of patients for that same day. So this is meant to run on a tablet and will be displayed on the reception area, the clinic's reception area. So this is where the patients for that day checks in. So let's see what happens. So for today, we only have patient one who has an appointment. So if they click this, they will see a confirmation in case of accidental click. So they will click OK, and they will be greeted by the system just to be sure, and will be told to be seated and wait for their queue. So we need to lag out again. So let's see what happens with the appointment record. So let's go back to start count and then appointments. So before, uh, these columns were blanks because the patient has not checked in yet. But now, after the patient has clicked the check-in button on the kiosk mode, we now can see the time that he logged in, 7:54 a.m., how much time he waited, and how much more time he will have to wait for his turn to be treated. So these are updated live. So the staff, both the staff and the patient would know how much time they will still have to wait for their appointment. And also, so that the staff can advise the orthodontist that, or the treatment coordinator that the client, that the patient is already checked in. Lastly is the billing module. The billing module is the agreement between the orthodontist and the patients on how a treatment or sets of treatments cost and how they will settle the fees. The ortho or TC first set the payment. Let's see. Uh, the payment plan the insurance coverage, and the courtesy discount, and the total cost, excluding the discounts. Saving this will bring up the payment term selection sliders. This is where the selected payment plan is applied. The patient can either pay in full, so this is cash payment, 3,750, less return cost, less discounts, 7. Uh, so this applies the cash discount that we previously specified for this payment plan, or they can pay in installments. The green line here represents the minimum down payment required to avail of the installment discount. The higher the down payment, they choose the lower the monthly installments cost. If you remember the maximum installment duration in months we earlier set for this payment plan, which is 12 months. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So this is represented here on this monthly installment slider, which is also divided into 12 months as a maximum installment, as the maximum installment duration. We can save this now and start the billing cycle, or we can do it later. So one thing we are still waiting is is how the client prefer to get the I mean what payment processor they would want to use. Uh, we talked about this last week, and I suggested that we use Stripe. I'm still waiting for the client's feedback. So I would prefer that we do this. We get the reply as soon as possible, so I can start integrating it to this button. So I guess that's the only thing left for us to do. It requires a lot of time to integrate. So the earlier we start on this, the earlier we can finish the project. So I guess that's it for now. Thank you for your patience, and I hope to hear from you regarding this thing. So thank you and bye for now.